Hi guys, this is Emmy from The Bridge Coaching, and I'm back with part number 5 in our 6 core human needs series. And our core human needs, our fundamental human needs, are the ones that drive our behaviors. And as you know in this channel, if you're following us at The Bridge Coaching, we work a lot with people in transition, and I talk to clients on a daily basis about how do I create change, why do I feel that way, why is it so difficult, etc., etc. And these core human needs are really fundamental to how you make decisions. So if you haven't looked at the last 4 videos yet about certainty, variety, significance, and love and connection, which are really, really interesting ones, and they've got some resourceful and unresourceful sides to them. So the first thing is really to find out your driver, and the other part is about, okay, well, now that I know that that's my driver, how do I do that thing in the best way so I get my need met without going nuts? And when we're moving to a new place, that can be a really big thing. So growth. Growth is a core driver for some people. Myself included, actually. It's one of my drivers. If you watch the previous ones, I personally am driven by certainty, so knowing what's going to happen and trusting myself and my ability to make things happen, as well as significance, which is a lot around walking your talk and being a good example for yourself as well as other people, so that you have plenty of significance to give to others and acknowledge them and make them feel valued and important. So growth is really a lot about learning. It's about people who constantly want to learn more and evolve and do new things. And there's not really an unresourceful way of doing this need. Some people might say, well, if you do growth at the expense of other things, you could possibly argue that it could impact your relationships, your work, and finances, and a few other things. But more often than not, we talk a lot in coaching and mindset, we talk about you're either green and growing or ripe and rotting. And I've referred to him a few times, Dr. John Demartini, who does a lot of work around values. And he's done quite a bit of research talking about how, unless you are actually growing, evolving, and expanding, you will start shrinking, whether you like it or not. So growth is a really important need. So this is usually characterized by, the yearning to want to know more, to evolve. And I always say to people, growth is the only constant thing in life, right? You already know that you are going to grow. You're going to grow older. If you get to a certain age, like, our grandparents, you're actually going to start shrinking and growing shorter. And you can actually see the point when people stop growing. And it doesn't necessarily matter, height or weight and things like that. But growth is a fundamental need. And for example, a lot of people that I see who do strive quite strongly towards new careers, wanting to do new things, wanting to evolve, wanting to travel and those sort of things, or wanting to just simply expand their role where they are. Some people driven by growth don't want to move far away, but they are very, very driven by having this need constantly met, by learning new things, reading a lot of books, going to trainings and seminars about something that they're passionate about. And there could be a wide range of topics. So the need for growth is quite important, and I haven't met that many people where this is their primary driver, where it's the number one thing. Usually it tends to be one of the first 4 that is a main driver in behavior. But this is certainly complementary, and that's absolutely what it is for me, because if I'm not in a job or a relationship or a country or a situation where I'm allowed to grow, I will stagnate and start to look for options of what I can do and how I can improve both my situation for myself as well as for the people around me. So that's the gist around the need for growth. And if you haven't already, I've mentioned it in the previous videos, go to our website, thebridgecoaching.com.au. In the resource section, there is actually a little cheat sheet test that you can do about the 6 core needs to work out which is your driver. And if you want to, you can even do it with a partner, a friend, or someone in your family, and find out what their drivers are, which can be really, really interesting, because it'll help you understand if you're going on a big adventure or taking on a new thing together with someone else, you kind of need to understand what their drivers are so you can help them get their needs met in a resourceful way that will somehow complement both you and the adventure you're looking to do together. So it's quite important for transitions. People think this sounds all fluffy. When people work with me one-on-one, we do a bit more of an unpack and put this in a lot more context. And if you are curious to talk more about this, naturally always reach out via the Contact Us section on our website, thebridgecoaching.com.au. I look forward to see you in the last and final video, which will talk about contribution.